Hello and welcome, my dear friend. Have you ever woken up and felt something missing, something you couldn't quite name? Not a physical exhaustion, not just the weight of responsibilities, but a quiet emptiness that lingers in the background of your life. You move through the motions, you do what needs to be done, but somewhere deep inside, a question remains unanswered. Is this all there is? Some people wake up every morning with fire in their hearts, moving with certainty, driven by something unshakable. Others feel like they're floating, drifting from one day to the next, unsure of why it all matters. And here's the thing, even those who seek God, even those who believe, can feel this emptiness creeping in from time to time. Faith doesn't mean we never struggle, never feel lost, never wonder if we're truly living the way we were meant to. That's because the human soul was never meant to live in stagnation. We are meant to be full, not just surviving, not just getting by, but so full that we overflow. But many of us live in a state of depletion. We pray, we seek, we try to walk the right path, but something still feels missing. And that's where the frustration begins. The feeling that we should be experiencing more, that we should feel more alive, more connected, more purposeful. So what is it? What is this missing piece? Some say it's about accomplishments. If we just find success, if we build the right life, if we check all the right boxes, then we'll feel whole. But the truth is, you can have everything the world tells you to chase and still feel empty. The perfect job, the perfect family, the perfect life, and yet a void remains. Others say there is no purpose at all, that life is just a series of moments strung together, and the only thing to do is enjoy whatever pleasures we can before it's over. But we all know where that leads. No amount of distractions, no amount of indulgence, no amount of temporary excitement can fill what is missing, because the hunger in our souls is not for entertainment, but for meaning. So where do we turn? Here's a truth that so many overlook. Everything is already inside you. When we feel empty, it's not because we lack something. It's because what's within us isn't flowing outward. The soul isn't meant to be a reservoir, keeping everything contained. It's a vessel meant to receive and release, to be filled and to overflow. We are meant to be rivers, allowing what we are given to flow through us and into the lives of others. And the more we overflow, the more we are filled. So what does that look like? It means stepping outside of our own thoughts, our own worries, our own endless search for meaning, and choosing instead to serve, to see the people around us, to recognize their pain, to become a vessel of love, encouragement, and hope. Because here's something powerful. When we pour into others, God pours into us. But there's more. Because even in service, even in kindness, even in doing good, something is still needed. A source. A river cannot flow if it has no beginning. And just like that, we cannot truly give if we are not first filled. That is why pursuing God is not just an aspect of purpose. It is the foundation of it. The more we seek Him, the more we allow His presence to fill us, the more we begin to overflow. And that overflow spills into the lives of others in ways we can't even imagine. And maybe that's why the emptiness creeps in sometimes, because we've been trying to give from an empty cup, because we've been running on our own strength instead of drawing from something eternal, because we've been looking for purpose as if it's something we must create when, in reality, it's something we must receive. So let me ask you this. Have you ever felt like you were trying to force something to fit? A version of life, a version of happiness, a version of purpose that never quite settled right in your soul? Could it be that you were never meant to chase meaning like a prize to be won, but instead to allow it to flow through you? Because when we stop grasping, when we stop striving to find purpose and instead become purpose through faith, through love, through service, everything changes. We no longer search for meaning. Meaning finds us. And here's the beauty of it all. When meaning finds you, it never leaves you empty, because it's not based on circumstances, achievements, or fleeting emotions. It's not something that can be lost when life takes an unexpected turn. True purpose is rooted in something eternal, something unshakable. But maybe you've heard this before. Maybe you've tried to seek God, tried to live with faith, tried to pour into others, and yet the emptiness still comes back. The waves of life still pull you under. The weight still creeps in when the world gets quiet. That's because this isn't a one-time revelation. It's a daily renewal, a constant pouring in and a constant overflowing. The mistake so many make is thinking that once they've found purpose, they'll never struggle again. But even the strongest river can run dry if it stops being fed by its source. So how do we stay full? It starts with recognizing that everything we do, every action, every conversation, every moment is an opportunity to remain connected to something higher. It's not just about grand acts of service or monumental spiritual breakthroughs. It's about the small, quiet moments that no one else sees. It's about how you carry yourself when no one is watching. It's about choosing love over indifference, patience over frustration, faith over fear. It's about seeking God not just when you feel empty, but when you feel full, so that you never stop overflowing. Because here's a truth that most people overlook. When you live in overflow, your life becomes a gift to everyone around you. Your presence becomes a source of peace. Your words become a source of encouragement. Your actions, no matter how small, become an extension of something divine. And isn't that what we were created for? Not to chase fulfillment endlessly, but to embody it. Not to live in constant struggle, but to walk in the kind of purpose that lifts others simply by existing in it. But let's be real for a moment. This world makes it hard. There is so much noise, so much distraction, so much pulling us in different directions. It's easy to lose sight of the deeper things, to become consumed by routines, responsibilities, and endless demands. Even when we want to live with purpose, the weight of everyday life can make it feel like a distant dream. But that's exactly why we have to be intentional. Intentional about staying connected. Intentional about keeping our hearts open. Intentional about making space for God, not just in the big moments, but in the smallest details of our lives. Because the more we do, the more we find that purpose isn't about a feeling at all. It's not about constant motivation or emotional highs. It's about alignment. Alignment with truth. Alignment with love. Alignment with the one who created us not just to exist, but to thrive. So if you've been feeling lost, if you've been feeling like something is missing, let this be your reminder. You are not broken. You are not forgotten. You are not without purpose. The hunger inside you is not a sign that something is wrong. It's a sign that you were made for more. It's a call, not to chase, not to strive, but to receive. To let God fill you so deeply that you cannot help but pour into the lives of those around you. And in that overflow, purpose will no longer be a question you struggle with. It will be the very thing that defines you. If this resonated with you, take a moment to drop 111 in the comments, a sign of alignment, a sign that you are ready to receive. And if you feel called, share this with someone who might need it. You never know who's searching for a sign right now. Until next time, my dear friend, stay full, stay open, and let yourself overflow.